Hi everyone. So myself, Priyabrat Purohit, and I'm basically from India right now. And I want to thank to Sophia for inviting me to speak in the advances in cloud computing, data science, and big data analytics conference. I'm really sorry that I couldn't make it to Canada to present as a speaker. Hence, I'm like sending you a video of a presentation of the topic which I'll be speaking about right now. So the topic which I'll be speaking is about the data analytics in the IT applications. So the first thing about me is I'm currently like about my background. Like I'm currently working for Cognizant Technology Solutions, and the client is the biggest search engine in the world uh, in India, in Hyderabad, as a business data analyst. So my previous experience included like I worked in Boston and also in Cambridge. In 2016, I worked for an energy intelligence software manufacturing firm called as NNOC, which is also currently known as NLX. As a data analyst, also like I worked for three startups in Boston and Cambridge in United States in span of 3 years from 2014 to 2017. About my educational background, like I have completed master's degree from Northeastern University Boston in information systems and engineering management in 2016. Also, like I have completed a bachelor's degree in electronics communication from VIT Vellore in India in 2014. So now let's going to the topic about data analytics, big data, and data science. So why we use basically data analytics? I'll be talking about. So we use data analytics to extract information from the raw data. Mostly data analytics is used basically to get information from raw data or various different kind of data in order to make big decisions which can be useful for the organization. Also, I'll be talking about a little bit about big data. What is big data? So big data is large amount of data which cannot be stored in a small tabular form in like Excel or spreadsheets. And these data are really complex to deal with normal software, right? So if suppose in Excel we can store about, let's say, 1 million rows of data, but big data may be like 100 times more, 100 or 200 times more of 1 million rows of data, but it is not so easy to store that much amount of data in software like Excel or spreadsheets, and it is also really complex to deal with such large amount of data. Hence, we store in different kind of database, which I'll be talking later as well. Now, let's coming to data science. What is data science? Like data science has been like a big name and has got a big name in 21st century. Maybe like since 2010, like everyone talks about data science. So, what is data science? Is basically a multidisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insights from structured and unstructured data. So, what is structured data? Structured data is basically to store a data in like a tabular form, let's say Excel or CSV. Unstructured data can be like videos, images, uh, or email. We cannot store all this in Excel. We cannot store this in a tabular form. That's basically unstructured data. So video is unstructured data, or even image is unstructured data. Now, about data analytics applications, I'm talking like data application. Data analytics has its application in various number of fields. We use data analytics in investment banking, in finance industries, in IT industries, in software industries, or you can say like in e-commerce companies, or you can say like various startups like Airbnb or Lyft or Uber. Data analytics is everywhere. Now, I will be diving deep into IT or information systems. So, information systems is basically used to store a large amount of information, or you could say large amount of data. So, how do we store? So let's take an Excel file. We can store data in Excel. Let's take spreadsheets, Google spreadsheets. We can store data in spreadsheets. So information systems is basically where those systems where you can store information like databases, data warehouse, or big data tools like Hadoop, Hortonworks, Cloudera, or Apache Spark. So databases, and difference between database and data warehouse is basically database stores uh, like the current data, whereas in data warehouse you have the data which has historical data which are basically used for querying or reporting purpose. And there are various big data tools in market like Hadoop. Base vendors are like Apache, then Hortonworks, Cloudera, uh, where you can store a large amount of big data. Now, talking about business intelligence. So, business intelligence is business intelligence is used to extract meaningful data from raw data in the form of graphs, charts, or data visualization. So, business intelligence has two important components. First is they are like facts and dimensions. So now I'll be talking about these are the most two important components in business intelligence. So what is a fact? Fact is nothing but those things in raw data which can be measured. So let's say, for example, like I have a data of a country which has a city of certain year, with of certain quarter, of certain month, of certain date, of certain products, and its sales data. So here we can measure the sales amount. So here basically so the thing which we can measure basically are either numerical, integer, or decimal. Those are basically facts, not dimension. Like dimension are basically those things in which direction you are measuring the fact. So basically, like one dimension, it can be either one dimension, two dimension, three dimension, or multi-dimensional. So let's say like you are measuring the sales by country, you are measuring the sales by year, or you are measuring the sales by month or quarter or anything, or sales by different product or product categories, subcategories, anything. So these are before doing any business intelligence, one should always be aware about like what is a fact and what is a dimension. So till now, as I talked about what is business intelligence and what are facts and dimensions, now I'll be going through various data analytics tools and business intelligence tools, which are basically good right now in the market. So who are the top vendors? Top vendors are Microsoft, Google, Oracle. These three are basically the top vendors in BI and analytics right now, which are the biggest software companies in the world. So Microsoft has basically two BI and analytics software. One is Microsoft Power BI, and the second is Microsoft Excel, which is basically the most used tool in the market. So Microsoft Power BI is a very good data visualization tool where you can create various dashboards and merge various dashboards from different sheets. Microsoft Excel is basically to store data where you can store the raw data and where you can create various pivot tables, pivot charts, and also various charts which has various add-ons like you can add Power View, Power Pivot, Power Map, everything to get a data, to get like the good view of data in the form of data visualization or in the form of graphs, bars, or charts. Now, now let's come into Google. Like Google is also a pretty good we can say like pretty good vendor, which has various good spreadsheet, which has various business intelligence and data analytics tools. One is Google Spreadsheets, where you can basically store raw data, and also you can create various charts and pivot. Then is Google Data Studio and Google Analytics. Oracle has also like a business its own business intelligence tool. It's called as Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. And Oracle recently acquired NetSuite. And NetSuite was surely has BI and analytics applications. The other tools in the market is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is basically one of the top business intelligence tool. Tableau is definitely everyone must be knowing like what is Tableau. So Tableau, then ClickView and ClickSense, TIBCO, Jaspersoft, IBM Cognos. These are the most common business intelligence tools which are currently in market and which are in great demand. Uh, I would personally like, I'm currently, since I'm working for Google as a client, so right now I use Google Spreadsheets, but I have worked on all the software, most of the software, like I have worked on Tableau, ClickView, ClickSense, Microsoft Power BI, Microsoft Excel, Google Spreadsheets, and NetSuite. So out of which I feel like Tableau gives a good data visualization. ClickView has a good dashboard, and like through ClickView, you can create good dashboards. And also from Microsoft Power BI is easy to access. It doesn't take more time like Tableau and ClickView. So Microsoft Power BI is definitely one of the top competitor of Tableau and ClickView. Now coming to Google Spreadsheets, like Spreadsheet is just a copy of Microsoft Excel, but Excel has more functions than Google Spreadsheets. Although the Google Sheets or Google Spreadsheets are in cloud, so the best thing is that it is on cloud. And the best thing is like through Google Spreadsheet, you can create various charts, various graphs, and also pivots, which are basically easy to make. You can add also you can connect to various data sheets, databases, um, which is very basically easy. So NetSuite is basically an ERP software, but it has good like business intelligence and analytics and reporting tool. So, but you need to know SQL in order to create reports on NetSuite. So now let's go like about data. So data, and more data. As business collect and analyze more and more data with every passing year, traditional infrastructure is challenged. It's not just that there's more data, it's coming from more sources. So, what are the different sources? Different sources can be like Excel, spreadsheets, CSV, you can say CRM, ERP, CRM like Salesforce, uh, with different contexts and uses the enterprise has seen in the past. Not only that, internal and external customers expect results at a faster pace. So, in a challenging both the tools and practices of traditional infrastructure. So, like as we collect more and more data, our traditional infrastructure is challenged. Like there's huge amount of data, there's petabytes and terabytes of data, so everything is challenged. So the thing is like we need it in a faster pace. So we need to have the best tools, we need to have the best practice of the traditional infrastructure. So for that, I'll be discussing like how data analytics can solve the ID applications problem. So, mm, so what's in the ID department? What are the main things in the ID department? So let's say ID department has a lot of employees. Let's say in my ID department there are like 100 of employees. There are 100 of customers, 100 of clients, 100 of projects in the ID department. So how we can track like how many employees are being onboarded to the ID department, how many employees are leaving the ID department, how many clients are using the ID department software, and how many projects are going on in year by year in the ID department. How? So let's say I'm working for a XYZ company. So I recommended my manager to basically take a business intelligence and data analytics software. Okay. So let's say I recommended my manager. My manager has took NetSuite software. So NetSuite is connected to a database of the ID department, and ID department, all the database is stored in Microsoft SQL Server 2014. So, how we can solve, how we can track? So, the answer to this is we need to create reports. We need to do in business intelligence. We need to do data analytics every day, which is basically an easier way to basically track everything about the ID department. So by creating reports on NetSuite, we can basically come to know like number of employees onboarded on particular IT software, number of clients or customer using the ID application software, number of projects going on in the ID application on particular day, week, month, or year. So reports can also track the customers, bills, vendors, and purchase orders. Suppose we have some let's say took one Tableau for the ID department, then through Tableau, we can create various data visualization tools, various dashboard, which is basically very easy to track what what is going on in the ID department. Like we can track like how many employees onboarded in a particular software in the ID department, or like let's say the various software which the ID department using. Let's say Epicor for financial purpose, or you can say Docklink for accounting purpose. So So it's really necessary these days about like data is accumulating everywhere in the IT applications, and there is definitely a need of a business intelligence software to solve the IT applications problem or IT business problem. although if the ID department has a good amount of money to invest in data analytics or business intelligence tool, and definitely they are going to get and get a better decision. They are going to make a good decision from and get a track of how they are performing and how the ID department is working. So now I'll be talking about a SQL. SQL, which is basically a powerful language to extract data from various databases. How SQL can be helpful? Since I talked about various business intelligence tools, so I'll be talking about how SQL can be helpful in ID. So as I said, like there's XYZ organization, and that organization has a database which has various a large amount of data of the IT department data. So through SQL, you can basically also extract the data from the database where you can actually get through SQL queries you can get a lot of data, a lot of particular data which you need. So SQL is really important if you want to learn any business intelligence application. And various online tutorials are also available to learn SQL. SQL can actually help to solve various business problem in the IT department. As I said, there's a Microsoft SQL Server which has a database. You can write SQL queries and you can actually get information like how many employees are onboarded in IT application team or how many onboarded offboarded from the ID application team, what are the clients you are working on a particular date, or what are the customers you are working on a particular date. And or you can write various SQL queries, you can do join various tables, and you can basically get good amount of information which can be useful for the ID department to make decision which can save various cost and time from making big decisions. Uh, so, uh, if you have any questions about what is business intelligence, what is data analytics, what is SQL, what kind of business intelligence tool basically you can use for the IT department in a certain budget, then definitely shoot me an email. My email ID is priyabratapurohit1991 at gmail.com, or you can just email me at purohit.p at husky.nu.edu. I can definitely give you a better suggestion about various business intelligence or data analytics tool, uh, mm, or any cloud BI tool or any self-service BI tool if for your IT or IT department, because I have worked in IT industries. Even if you're working in finance industry or investment banking industry or software industry, still you can approach me. I can give you valuable suggestions. So that's it for today's session. I'm really thankful to Sophia for inviting me as a speaker for the conference. And also, again, I'm really sorry I couldn't make it in person for the conference, or else I would have had given more detailed description, would have answered your questions itself. So that's it for now, and thank you everyone. Have a good time. Thank you.